Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another review today. This one's going to be doing another Let's Chit Chat video for today. This one we're going to be going over some updates for the channel. We got some content coming up this week. I want to go over some of the stuff y'all can expect coming up on the channel and much more. So yeah, hope you guys have had a fantastic week. We had a lot of content on the channel this week rolling out. We had some reviews. We had some, discussion videos. We had a lot of Dexter videos, this week. So if you're a fan of Dexter, this was definitely a big week on the channel. But we also did a lot of Walking Dead content. There was a lot of Walking Dead videos I did, and there was a lot of, different types of videos that we kind of went over this week. So, I think I want to start with this because I had probably one of my biggest Walking Dead rants in a while yesterday, and I'm very happy I did it because, it's really like, I kind of like to keep quiet about my honest thoughts about the modern day Walking Dead, because I don't, nobody likes to see somebody complain 24/7, right? And I don't like doing it, so I don't like to do that all the time. But I also have to be honest with you guys, you know what I mean? And when I heard that Dead City is potentially ending with season 3, I instantly was just like, wow, like, and the Daryl show gets to continue, So yeah, I really am happy I got my thoughts out there on that, and I'm glad that y'all, supported it. I had a few people tell me like, oh, this is a good thing, and you're too harsh on it, and I'm like, no, because here's the thing. I've been a Walking Dead fan for a long time, and it doesn't take much to please me. They just don't know how to run a franchise right now. They don't know how to do it, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can check out that video in full detail, and like I said, I'm here. I'm always going to watch The Walking Dead. It's just, it doesn't mean that I can't express some of my frustrations with the handling of the franchise and the handling of characters like Rick and Morgan and Dwight that have just been, sidelined like they don't matter, you know what I mean? And a lot of other, decisions in the franchise. So it's, it's something I felt like I had to talk about. But in terms of this week now, I was meaning to get to a Walking Dead Q&A this week. So if you have any questions, we're going to do it early this week now because I was so busy with some of the other content this week. So we're going to do that. Walking Dead Q&A for the original series, more so Dead City, is going to be happening. And we're about a month off roughly from Dead City's release. So it's actually not all that bad. It's, sounding pretty cool. Now, I know there's been rumors this week, so y'all kind of stay on alert of this. Apparently, April 4th, Gimple is supposed to apparently say something about this Tales Season 2 situation. So if he mentions anything, we'll, of course, break that down. I've heard that, word on the street is that apparently this week there's going to be something to do with Gimple's next, project or something. So, again, we'll have to see. I hope it's something good. I hope it's something exciting is all I'm saying, But I am curious to see what that is, so that'll be this week as well, too. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of Walking Dead videos this week, like per usual, and all that stuff. Now, I am going to be, of course, which I know I've tried to get back into it, and it's kind of been a back and forth. I am going to get back into the Lost Season 3 reviews. I had to take a few weeks off because there's been so much content releasing, and there is also so much content releasing soon. But this week, we will get back into the Lost reviews. I'm going to make it a point to get back into those. It's not even because, Season 3 is bad. It's really not. Season 3 is really good. It's just, it's been so difficult because I've had a lot of other, pieces of content that unfortunately Lost has kind of taken a bit of a back burner. But this week we will get back on that. We will get back on the reviews for that show, and that'll be that. Now, I am also going to be doing reviews for The Last of Us here coming up soon because The Last of Us is starting. We're almost in the month of The Last of Us, so this is kind of just a bit of a heads up for everybody. The Last of Us will be getting reviewed. Reviews every single Monday morning, probably something like that, or late Sunday night, something like that, because I know it releases late Sunday, so it'll be something like that for the reviews. Those that were there for the season 1 reviews, you kind of know what, how it all kind of works. But yeah, Last of Us will be interesting on the channel. I know that that's like the most talked about show right now that everybody's hyped to see. I am definitely curious to see how season 2 goes and how season 2 kind of, plays out, so it should be interesting, of course, and yeah, it should be fun. Now, there was also an update yesterday for the Boys franchise, if anybody hasn't heard about it. I'm not really going to do a video necessarily on because it's not a massive piece of news, but apparently Gen V Season 2 is all done editing. Apparently that is all done in every way, with the behind the scenes, and apparently they are working on a Season 2 trailer, which according to Eric Kripke, the creator of the Boys, TV universe, apparently he says that season 2 makes season 1 look like nothing. So I'm very curious on that. Why season 2 is so much better than 1. It's good to hear that he's, progressively upgrading the show and stuff like that. And I'm curious to see when this trailer comes out and if we, get maybe an announcement this week or something on when we can expect that first trailer for Gen V, because I'm expecting Gen V in late summer, early fall. So it's probably going to be something like that. We'll get obviously our trailer, we'll get all that, fun stuff. It should be a good time. It really should be. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Boys franchise, continues, of course, after season 4, and how that kind of blends in, because Gen V season 2, I'm assuming, is going to blend in with the Boys season 5 quite a bit, right? So it should be interesting to see how they kind of, connect everything, right? So we'll be reviewing that when it comes out as well, too. And obviously, I know there's that Vought Rising show with Soldier Boy that they're working on, which I don't think that's releasing until 2026, maybe 2027. So that's going to be a while. But yeah, The Boys is really, kicking ass right now. And not only that, we also have The Boys Season 5, which apparently is halfway through filming. So they're really working hard on that. So I'm really curious to see what we get. Of course, The Boys main series will return and conclude in 2026. Gen V will be this year, and then Vought Rising, I'm assuming, will probably be 2027, maybe late 2026 if we're lucky, something like that. So lots of content coming up for the Boys. Very happy to get some updates from them. That was also really cool. Yeah, should be really exciting on that front as well too. Now, I am also, because I've heard some of y'all's kind of demand for it, I am actually going to do this week as well too, in addition to some of the other content. I'm going to review season 1, season 2 of Invincible, like a season 1 review, a season 2 review, and I'm also going to review the Adam Eve, special as well, too. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that either. I want coverage of the other seasons of Invincible that I didn't fully cover on the channel, because you guys seem to really enjoy the Invincible content. I would love to get a couple more reviews out for it. So this week, I'm going to review season 1, then do a season 2 review, then do an Adam Eve special review to kind of cap everything off. So that, or maybe what I'll do is I'll review Invincible season 1, then the Adam Eve special, because that aired before the rest of season 2, and then season 2, and then obviously season 3 reviews are already on the channel because we reviewed season 3 as it was coming out, or a little bit, after, right? So that's what we'll kind of do there, because I know you guys enjoyed the Invincible content, and I would love to get more out for it, so I think that's what I'll do. And I do want coverage of those, other 2 seasons, and then obviously the Adam Eve special as well, too, to go along with it. So yeah, I'd definitely be down to, do that. So this week I'll probably get that done as well too. So that's another set of reviews that y'all can kind of expect. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm gonna be getting back on the Lost reviews, Walking Dead Q&A this week, more discussion videos, of course more Dexter videos, because Dexter is really popping off right now, so I definitely want to get more done for that. And then Invincible reviews, and that should be generally that should be that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, in terms of the final thing I want to go over, of course, there's a final few things for SC Entertainment that I do want to kind of cover right now. Starting things off, I've had a lot of people asking me about the Walking Dead rewrites. Don't worry, guys, those are coming. I know it's later than I've been saying. I know a lot of people wondering, like, where are the rewrites? When's that all kind of happening? They are going to be coming out, and I'm going to be releasing the last 2 episodes around the same time, and you guys will be getting those episodes together. I do apologize for a small delay on those, but as you guys know, I've mentioned this many times, the Walking Dead rewrites and rewrites in general, they are always going to be a back burner project, because I obviously have my own series, World Gone Mad, and I also have a new series, Fly By Night, that's coming out, and obviously my original, content is it just is more important, but when I, kind of get everything settled and stuff, I am going to make sure to put those episodes out to y'all, and you guys will get the last 2 episodes of Season 8, which really shouldn't be that much longer. It should be literally like a week or 2, and then y'all probably hear something, and then they'll come out. So don't worry about that, and that's why I don't like setting too many dates for the rewrites, because sometimes things do get complicated, kind of like now where my schedule kind of, piled up and everything. So what I'm going to do is the rewrites will be back in about a week or 2 for the end of Season 8. You guys are going to get some news about the upcoming 9th season of the rewrites, which will return at some point. And then you guys are also going to get some massive announcements after the Season 8 finale, which I have been teasing. So stay tuned for, the last 2 episodes of the rewrites for Season 8 here coming in the next, week or 2, something like that, I would like to say. And once those are out, of course, you guys will get some information about Season 9, and then that'll be that. But yeah, there you guys go. So, I'm glad to have the rewrites back. I really am, I'm glad to have those be back. I'm glad y'all are back into it again. I really didn't think there'd be an audience for it, admittedly, because they were gone for so long, but y'all proved me wrong. I mean, the rewrites have done very good on the channel. You guys literally pulled in the same amount of viewership as they would get back in the day. So not really anybody left, and I'm seriously happy about that, because again, like, the rewrites is something that I love doing, and it is the first piece of writing content that I put on my channel. So it is pretty fun, you know, to still be doing this and to still be doing it. And I mean, if you saw my Walking Dead rant yesterday, you'll know that I'm trying to fix what Gimple can't. So, and that's just a fanfic I'm doing, you know what I mean? But I feel responsible, because I think you guys deserve to see a version of The Walking Dead where things actually end, you know what I mean? And things actually, you know, go in a way that makes sense. You know, it really is just that simple. So that's another reason why the rewrites came back, admittedly, is just because of the state of The Walking Dead. I was just like, I want to give you guys what you guys deserve to see, you know, an ending that you guys deserve to watch. And that's what we're going to do. Hashtag Dan's Reviews ends The Walking Dead, as y'all have seen. So that's the way it's going to go, man. And listen, it might just be a fanfic that I'm writing, but it's still, you know, a version that I wish they would do. And y'all see, I have an ending for these rewrites that I think a lot of people will find very interesting, and I think some people would actually be very satisfied with. So I'm looking forward to getting to that point, you know, down the line, of course. But for now, the end of Season 8 will be coming in about a week or two here, and then, you know, you guys will get information on Season 9, which I've already confirmed, and, you know, stuff like that. So Fly By Night is in about 20-some days here, guys. So, you know, get ready for that. That's my new series, Fly By Night. I'm looking forward to releasing that series. I really am. That's going to be a lot of fun to release that show out to you guys. I am going to be having a couple early screeners. Later on this week, I'm going to be getting some early screeners for some people to see the first episode early, and I'm going to be getting, you know, some people to kind of, you know, do some non-spoilers. I've heard some people tell me that they're going to do some non-spoilers when they get the first episode for some of y'all that are waiting to see it. So I am going to get some early screeners, and, you know, some people are going to be watching it a little bit early, so, you know, they can kind of give their thoughts out to the public and, you know, get some thoughts out there and, you know, set some expectations for people and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that this week as well, too. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to releasing Fly By Night. It's going to be a lot of fun to release that series out to you guys and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man. I'm looking forward to all of it. I'm really looking forward to it. And, you know, well, the final thing I would like to mention is I am a co-writer for a series called Survival of the Fittest, and I made a trailer this week for that 7th season, which is going to be releasing soon, right, in the near future. And you guys will actually see that trailer is, yeah, it's coming out this week. It's actually coming out here, I think, tomorrow. So y'all can check that out. Survival of the Fittest is a series I help co-write for the SC Entertainment. It's another series that, you know, it's funny. My co-writer for World Gone Mad is the showrunner of this show. Like, I'm the opposite. I'm the co-writer for him, and then he's my co-writer for World Gone Mad. So, like, we kind of traded off our shows about a half a year ago, roughly. So, this is his series, and I made the trailer for it, so y'all can check that out tomorrow. So, if you're curious on that as well, too, that's another thing, you know, SC Entertainment's releasing. So, yeah, lots of content, lots of stuff coming out, and lots of stuff releasing, and Fly By Night here very soon. And Walking Dead rewrites here, like I said, you'll get the last 2 episodes here in a couple more weeks once I free up a little bit more time, and then that'll be that, right? That'll be all that content as well too, in addition to all the reviews and all the other content coming up. So yeah, it's some fun times. I'm really looking forward to some of the content that's going to be releasing here this week. There's a lot of stuff happening, and you only have, I mean, about a month, and then Walking Dead will be back, and Last of Us is back in a couple weeks, and you know, all the SC Entertainment projects are going on strong, and reviews and stuff. Lots of stuff to look forward to. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe and tune up to any other videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.